buttons and hello chat. It worked. It worked. I have your camera slid way over. Serena, let me fix that. I got you clean off the screen. You go to studio mode. Just get you centered there. So welcome back, players and viewers alike. Okay, let me just look at the. Yeah, I've got a little like move in here. OBS, please let me move this. Like, this isn't a thing you need to fight me over. Like, why this? OBS. Alright, if it doesn't... Alright, there we go. Thank you. Except it was supposed to be this button. Well, that's the edge. And then we'll just move you over here. We're back. What a crazy session last session. My goodness. I didn't know.
At 1 HP.
Oh, yep. That sounds about right.
I have a potion in my inventory. I do.
In fact, in that second last, everyone was temporarily knocked unconscious, so if you're not at 1 HP, make sure you set yourself at 1 HP.
Oh. Well, just fix that. Hey.
Oh my. I didn't know how that was gonna go. Like, was it gonna be a thing later? Like, oh my gosh, y'all took a boat ride with Hask and didn't even know? You know, like, did you? And that was a really hard perception. It was a high DC because it's Hask, and it was lowered only because it had taken Dia's mother's form. Of course, Dia knows her mother. So that lowered the DC. But adding all those extra rolls really helped out the DM inspo, the whatever else we had. They came in handy to reveal the true form. But here we are. But, let's go ahead and take a minute because, you know, things are dicey right now. So let's do the DM inspo. Get that rolled out of the way here at the top. Okay. Asha, what'd you get?
Oh. Nat 20.
Okay.
Not what I want to roll on for a DM inspo, but you know,
Nice.
take it.
Lil?
20.
Also a 20? Okay. Serena?
A 10.
Oh, I was like,
We're gonna have a three-way tie with a 20 tonight? Yeah. Alright, Serena, you get it. Surprise!
Oh, sick.
I rolled a 4 for tonight, so. Alright. Let me pull up my notes. So, just let me quickly put something in this. Oh no. Gosh, always so on point. Thank you. Okay. Well, you find yourselves having awoken, you know, past this twilight hour here at night. Night has fallen after the ship has been bombarded with a meteor strike from Hask, who reset their illusion and seemed to go on their way to convince someone else, maybe, along this shipping lane, of whatever Hask is trying to sell by having a ship on fire and Dia's dad dead and whatever they're up to. They moved on to continue to try that. Exploding the ship. There was the pirates at this point. There was one that had still survived. One had survived long enough to pull Ladrin up onto some floaties, but had passed before Ladrin came to consciousness. Um, you'd all found yourselves on different debris floating. There was one pirate that uh, had remained alive, but relatively slipping in and out of consciousness. They passed during the time when the three of you are sort of trying to find each other in a panic, get everyone together, and where's Tuna, and start like assessing your situation. They were already like seconds away anyway, um, and so no one's passive caught it. Um, so the three of you find yourselves without any company here on the high seas. Um, Debris in all directions. Uh, it's the second night of a new moon, so even the light in the sky is relatively low, as there's no moon to be seen, just the soft silhouette, the darkened moon in the sky. Um, Above, starry night, but over the past hour or so, as you've collected each other and found one another, the storm that was on the horizon is getting very close. The sound of thunder fills the air. The waves, um, the sea's gotten choppy, but in large waves. You know, you're out in the middle of the ocean, so the waves are really just rolling, but big. There isn't a lot of that quick and choppy water. Just big rolling waves. You go up 10 feet and down, and then the next wave looks 20 feet high as you kind of buoy yourselves with it. Thankfully, you all have underwater breathing, thanks to Ladrin's, multiple factors and keeping that up every night. Um, I will ask, I think, for a perception check to start the night as you look around and see what's available, what's around. And Ladrin, let me know once you get yeah, one that. Uh-oh.
13.
13. Okay.
So low.
Well, 13 is enough, just a little more than you needed to find. Let me go around and get everyone in case there's anything anyone else catches. There is one other tier. Feora,
21.
21. Okay, and Dia.
A 9.
Yay! It's a storm. Yeah. Yes, Dia, you are just this very out of everyone's element. Yes, but you even more so, as it's a lot just happened. Very personal stake for you. So you're just kind of taking in a lot of debris in the storm, some flashes of lightning, maybe another couple miles off, closing in quickly. Ladrian, you find only maybe 45, 50 feet away as the wave comes up, you see at the top of it, cresting over, a large iron-banded section of the hull, large enough to comfortably fit all three of you at once, instead of like the little bits of barrels and wood you're hanging onto and some of the boards you're hanging onto. Maybe about 12 and a half by like 10 feet or so. It's kind of a jagged circle of the hull.
Question.
Mhm.
Does our lily pad float on water?
It does. And it goes underneath and forms a bubble.
Could I bust that out? I don't know.
Go for it.
Yes?
Yeah, if
Okay,
you want
we'll
to,
do
go
that.
for it. Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather us have that in case, yeah.
Unfurl the lily pad, and it sticks to the surface of the water. Little tendrils along the end of the leaf kind of plop, 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 and touch down and secure themselves in a floating manner, like a skimmer off of the water. I'll add, as you're doing that, you're 21, you spot within 20 feet, floating away, the lower half of a barrel is still intact, and you saw some food supplies in it. Mind you, the rations in your bags are soaked with seawater. So you're looking for something that's dry and doable. So you do spot that. With a 21, you can tell it's about 3 days worth of rations left in the bottom half of this barrel before anything happens.
Why was I thinking that? And then I look at chat.
You were. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
But no, it was terrible. Terrible.
She'll point it out to Ladrin. Can you grab that, or your whip thing?
Got that. Yes, I do. I need to get closer.
You can
I can
guide
only
it
do it
over.
from-
Yeah. Your
Okay.
leaf?
And then I'll.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got the leaf out. You can steer it over there if you want. It has a
Yeah,
movement
I'll
speed.
do that.
Yeah? Okay.
I'll do that.
Sorry, unless I was mishearing you. Were you trying to whip it with your thorn whip or something?
Yeah, if I was getting closer, but then I was thinking that may bust the barrel.
Ah, okay. You kind of take it and pull it back, and you're like, hate to have this break that barrel, and putter over with the slow, but I'm sure you're thankful you've got it right now. Lily pad mobile.
Yes.
All right, you managed to pick up and put in the center of the lily pad there, this half a barrel. You have anything you want to cover it with? So it doesn't fill up with rain?
Hmm. Sure, I have something in the bag of holding, or like a cloak.
You've got your cloak that has the, the skelly bone face. I mean, this is for any of you. If you have anything you think might be waterproof, that might keep the, the water out. This is just, and
Yes.
take your time. Yep, you're kind of, everyone's digging through their packs like shit. It's squishy, rations. What do we got? Cloak, bedroll, boom, boom.
Yeah, the only thing I could offer is my bedroll. I don't really have. Weirdly enough, being a sorcerer, you don't really think about other things.
Nice. Can I have everyone make, I'll say either intelligence roll or survival check. Intelligence check or survival check.
I'll use intelligence.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Latrin, which roll did you do and what'd you get? DC is a little different.
Well, since she's not book smart, I did survival for a 17.
Okay, alright.
Why
Theora?
is this-
I'm sorry. You have anything to add? Okay. It's either an intelligence check, Feora, or a survival check. And let me know which and what the roll is.
Survival 6.
Okay. Alright, and Dia?
I did an intelligence check for 3.
Moon!
Now,
There's a lot of shit going.
There's so much going on. I'm barely holding it together because I've still not yet to see tuna, and I'm in panic lesbian mode.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Oh my heart. Ledrin, you have the thought where you might have to make a tough choice. It's an option, but it might be a tough choice. These things might hold off. Like, a lot of these things are soaked. They've been in the ocean while you were unconscious in your packs. You know the food's gonna go bad if it gets full of seawater here. It's not gonna last very long. It's gonna, suck all the moisture out of everything that's in here and otherwise taint it with bacteria. You could. The only thing nearby that's waterproof is the lily pad you're on. If you don't have anything in your packs anyway. You could find that piece of hull. You still have track of where it is. And one of you drive the lily pad over it, centering the barrel in the middle. 17 was a DC. So, yay. I don't want to, like, give you guys. Yeah,
This is going great. I mean, yeah. Oh, I will make the suggestion to sacrifice the lily pad to get to the hole so the lily pad can save the food, and then try to figure out how, like, what to wild shape into later when we're rested, hopefully, to go fishing.
Okay. Who wants to... So, someone, at least one person will have to drive the lily pad. And at least one person's going to have to hold the barrel in place on this other thing, unless you have something else you want to try and do with that the piece of hull and barrel.
Yeah. How big is the hull and barrel?
The hull piece is about 12 feet wide in some areas, as narrow as 10 feet in other, but it's banded iron, like the boards are tightly packed together in roughly a circle. The barrel is about 2 feet wide and maybe about 2.5 feet tall. This is the bottom half of this barrel.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can help. I was kind of flying around on Legion's broom because I was held onto that with my dear life.
Right.
I don't know if Meteor Storm broke it. I hope not. That's
No.
then I'd be 2 for 2 for broken match.
I will
items.
try.
You're fine. No, you're fine. Did not break it. Still intact.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I'll just go into the water, still holding the broom, just to hold the pieces in place.
Okay. All right, and Feora, are you? There's a lily pad floating just above a piece of hull. Like the lily pad's floating in the air. There's enough room between that and the hull that's floating on the water. And I think in the center of... Is that where you wanted the barrel? Where do you want the barrel?
Is there any way we can touch it? Because the lily pad grows legs to walk us, right? Like
Yes.
goes its little weird stalks. Is there any way we can attach the hull and the barrel to that so that when it floats, it just has it attached?
You can definitely make a check for that. I love that idea.
Okay. I'd like to try.
Yeah. I'll let either, people can assist or one person can make a check. Oh my goodness, what would that be? That would be...
Could I suggest, since this is a magic item and I am a sorcerer, could I try to will it by sheer force of my charisma to sprout its little tiny legs? I don't know. I don't know how actual magic things work. I'm just gifted. So
Nice. I can do anything with magic. Let me try. You know what? I'll say you can make a try. If it doesn't work out, you've got other options, right?
Yeah.
But you can make a try to make an Arcana check, because you can kind of like instruct this thing on where to fly, this, that, to like push it, to be like, hey, instead of doing the things you usually do, can you like grab
can
this
you like
barrel?
do something?
Like, yeah. I'm gonna put it to DC a little high, but
That's
not,
fair.
you
That's
know,
fair.
I think for you, I'll put it like at an 18 because that's probably decently manageable for you.
Okay.
But it's still a good hearty roll.
All right, here we go. Wow, I am not rolling anything in the double digits.
Oh
That's a
no!
9.
Oh, okay. It little tingle tingle. You got a twitch on the edge, its little fringes.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to follow that instruction, but you do know they've got, they're pretty elastic, and if you, it's sort of like craftsmanship to kind of tie it up. I'd say it might be like an athletics check, or um, it's probably just going to be what else could I use for that? I would say an athletics check, or just a straight dexterity check. But you can do, with advantage if you have somebody. Anybody can do it with advantage if someone else is helping, or all three of you can do it independently.
I'll happily help. I've now been too scared to roll, so um
I can
It's-
do
have
a
a plus-
dex one.
mhm.
Okay.
Am I doing this with help? Am I?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
help you.
Nice, nice, yes. If advantage, you do a dex check.
Yeah. Oh god, those are both
Okay.
shit numbers.
Well, 17 is what we're looking for.
Okay, well it's not 17.
Oh my god.
Oh no. It's a little slick, like the fern edges with all the rain, and it's just being a pain in the butt. I'll say that the more time you spend on this, the more you're getting the hang of it. So I'll let you roll one more time with advantage, and I'll lower the DC a little bit down to a 15 because you're kind of getting the hang of what's slick, how far you can pull these things before they want to snap out of your
Still
hands.
not. I rolled a
With
7 and a
advantage?
1.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. You can always have a person in the middle of the hull holding the barrel. You can try and tie it ropes down, to keep it fastened to the hull.
I thought the lily pad had a bubble. Can't we just go underwater and the bubble keeps it fresh? Or does the
That's
bubble
your
not
understanding
extend?
of the thing. Yeah, give that a shot. If you know that a bubble comes up that allows you to breathe is what you know of it. Whether that keeps everything dry as well, if it's like an air bubble, you're not sure. It's just a bubble that lets you breathe. But it's definitely worth a shot. As you're kind of running out of other.
Or
I
we
love
have the
these.
rod of security.
What was this
That's
again? The rod of
the-
security. Forget. Sounds
It
amazing.
takes us to another plane, but
To
that won't
a-
move
Oh,
us anyway
yeah,
here.
yeah.
It would just solve our starving problem.
That's true. You did
temporarily.
take the initiative to steal that beforehand.
And at least we could. What is it?
It's the
Right,
paradise.
got it.
Yeah, and you can be
Yes.
there for 60 days.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till the storm passes.
You come back out, it's another storm.
Oh no. Well, like just to like heal and like eat and like
Yeah.
game plan it and then try to like vamp back because then I could like adjust my spells after we've
To
slept
prepare to be in water. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like maybe provide more gusts,
Nice.
help us move.
I
And
will
then
only add, because I love this, and this is just me like putting a little piece that you would know just so you can balance things out, is that the food here, like even if you bring it into the other place, is only going to last for 3 days or it'll spoil, so you can't take anything out of that plane. So if you go into the plane and you come back, you're not going to have any food. But do whatever you want. I just wanted you to be, because you'd all be aware of that in the moment with like the, planning.
yeah, and we can't It needs 10 days to rest in between traveling. So it's
Do we have anything that could like this metagame question? Does Ladron have good berry like at all?
not prepared.
But if we rested for the day,
Mm.
like anything you could prep it.
Is
Just
that a first level?
yeah, it's
Yes, it
low.
is.
It's like that, or even a cantrip. Just to add a little flavor, I'm picturing as you're talking about this, waves are reaching like 15 feet and just kind of splashing across the three of you as you're yelling over like the thunder now. And in the dark, you can barely see, but the flashes of light illuminate one another. Like, oh, I was talking to Figure here, but she's over here. Yeah, on this leaf, but you're like, but you have good Barry. Do you have good Barry? Legion. I'm so
No!
water pouring in your mouth from the heavy downfall now of rain.
Let's just get into paradise. We can come up with something else later. I just
You want to risk that now? It needs a chance to rest. But we also need a chance to rest. We're dying. Dang it. Yeah, I need to redo all of my spells.
I'm cracking it
survival
open. I don't.
Okay.
I am done talking in the store. I'm gonna crack open the paradise.
As a wave like crashes you, you slide across the lily pad and the force of the wave. You can really grab, Ladrin and that. I think you've got to be touching. Figure, do you go for like a grab, or does it say
Yes.
like a certain amount of people within a space?
Oh, no. So someone holds it, and someone activates it, and then it instantly transport you in up to 199 that you can see
Okay.
to paradise.
All right, Dia. Yep. Lightning flashes just as you wait for it to activate, so you can see the two of them. And what do you want paradise to look like, Dia? It's gonna be anything.
Oh God, I did not even consider that.
Do you want your
Um,
options?
Lovely island.
Yeah, what
Put
are
them
the
in chat.
options?
A bustling
Tranquil
city.
garden?
Mm.
A lovely glade, a cheery tavern, an immense palace, tropical island, fantastic carnival. Please don't. Or whatever else you can imagine.
Hey, wild flashbacks.
So
Thank you.
I'm thinking like, let's see,
Forest?
No, ew. I'm thinking. Sorry, that was impulsive. I'm thinking. I'm thinking like still beachside, but I'm thinking like white sand beach, like Tuscany
Caribbean?
villa.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So the rain that was battering you in the lily pad, all the sounds of the storm, and the smell of the ocean and the crash of the waves pushing you around disappear, and you will find yourself down on a nice sunny day. Temperature just right, breeze just right. White sandy beach, and there's trees with a bunch of delicious looking fruits on them. It's sort of like a cove, like a secluded cove, this beach. And there's a big manor, in a stately manor, in the very nook of the cove that just looks over this crystal clear water. You can see down dozens of feet. It's wonderful. There's a beautiful mountain air smell, despite all the ocean air, water here. You're in your paradise, and feel free to add whatever you want, Dia, as you go through. What do you all do? Yeah. So there is food enough for all those people to eat here. So while here, you don't have to, cast anything for food. It's just provided.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Mordenkainen's Mansion thing, where there'll be like service, like attendants don't really engage, but they're there to get you your food, make whatever. What do y'all do? You're on the beach, maybe like a a half-mile walk up to the estate.
And Tuna's still, I Serena know, but like, so our character, so
You look
it's still
around.
not
You're in
here.
the ocean. No tuna.
Okay. Everything will be fine. Everything is great. I'm just gonna clap my hands and hope an attendant. It's my paradise, so I'm assuming attendants can just poof to me.
Absolutely. Yes. How may I
Do you have
serve you?
alcohol in this magical paradise?
And like this, and it's already what you want.
Oh, fantastic! I'm going to need 8 more of these.
Oh, like these, and they gesture. There's like a table of them chilled. Yes.
Can I have this paradise? Can this be real?
Enjoy, and they disapparate.
Great. Okay, I'm just gonna. I don't even care. I'm just gonna lay on the beach in, like, it's like perfectly warmed by the sun, so it's just that nice like soft sand feel. I'm just gonna lay down and I'm just gonna have my drinks just in the sand with me, and I'm just gonna just be little straw come out.
Little swirly loop-de-loops.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You drink and drink, and the glass is just as full every time you look over.
Great. Wonderful. So what's the plan?
Favorite Legion, you're watching Dia like lose it, like this, like drinking and laying in the beach.
I'm going to request a giant blanket and also alcohol, and then kind of like look to Feora and maybe just have my hand out to see if she'll take it. I want to, if she will take it, take us over to the blanket, and then I will also lay out and zone.
Feora will take her hand, but she won't lay out. She'll be sitting there with like her knees up and like hands tented and just looking at nothing.
So I'm thinking, I don't know if we can like poke our head out. Well, this is paradise. Clap my hands again.
Yes.
Is there a way we can like see a window to the outside world from here, or is it kind of a just if we poke our head out, we just go outside?
Yeah. I'm sorry, madam. It's more like a bubble. If we
I see.
poke an opening, the whole thing pops.
All right.
There we go.
No, you don't have to apologize. I don't know how this works. Right, so I'm thinking we rest, recuperate here, at least for however long it takes me to sleep, because I know you two don't sleep. Tuna slept. They're not here right now, so that's fine. So I need to fall asleep because I am exhausted. I don't think I've ever been this tired before. And perhaps my parents aren't dead, so that's wonderful news. But yeah, we focus on that, and then we go from there. And plus the pirates might all be dead, so we don't have to confront them about possible raising of villages. But then we need to figure out how the heck we're going to get to an island in the middle of the ocean. Taikani can eat my dick. That's just me rationalizing.
I still have my mirror and enough to scry, but I don't know if that'll work since we're not on the same plane.
Mm.
Probably not. Actually, probably just read the spell, huh? Yep, it needs to be the same plane of existence. So
Yeah.
just kidding.
Well, it sounds like everyone's gonna settle in for night, kind of sleep on it, get some food, some drink, get a good rest, heal up. Okay. Uh, um, after a few minutes, after some time, however much time you want to spend on the beach, you all make your way up to the villa, to very, very comfortable bedrooms. Eat whatever you'd like, get your fill, get a nice long rest, sleep. It might be a little, of course, a little turmoil with all that's going on and two missing, but you are all fully rested. So be sure to give yourself a full rest in D&D Beyond, and consider what spells you might want to prepare for those that prepare spells. Morning
Yep.
comes around.
I'm-
Yeah, nice.
I would like to be at a breakfast meeting
Mhm.
discussing what I
Perfect.
need to prepare for the days ahead. Besides, there's a gust of wind thing that I'm going to be taking because we're going to need that.
Nice.
Am I the only one? Oh, I think I'm the
It's
only
a
one.
tough.
I think it's just you, you know.
It's just me.
Mhm.
It's fine.
All of my spells are always prepared.
Yeah. You
I
get the
know
sticky notes.
12 of them.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So while Ladrin's, arranging, little notes with different spells that she can prepare for the day, you'll find yourselves at breakfast. I guess please feel free to role play anything you like this morning. Otherwise, I'll just ask how long you want to stay here. I guess I'll just give you some time to plan here and let me know.
How long do storms last? Do we know?
Anywhere from a few hours to usually no more than 24.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the biggest thing, I think, at the moment, as I pour myself a mimosa, and I have like a big, just huge soft body pillow that I'm currently clutching to me. So, considering that we now don't have a ship, we are going to need to figure out how we're going to get to my cousin's island. Because if we spend too long here, then we're not going to make it there in time. Of course, we can always catch her on her way back, but there's no guarantee that we'll find her because it's, an ocean. So, Legion, do you have anything in your bag of tricks for that?
Finding an island?
No, to traversing large swath of ocean water in a reasonable amount of time.
Me too.
Oh,
I can turn into a massive whale and y'all can ride in my mouth and it'll be fine.
lovely.
Real mouth spit.
I feel like in a past life I did this and I think it worked.
It
that
worked
time,
really
too.
well. You saved everybody in that previous
I
life.
did
Yeah,
save
you
everybody.
did. Yeah.
So there's that, and I can at least stay there for like 4 hours and then, come up, pop back out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Um, yes, I'm trying. That is what I have, and I'm trying to think that is damage. Oh, I can control winds. Do we think we need to be able to control the winds?
Without a boat? I don't think so.
Well, we have the lily pad.
Does the lily pad have a sail?
Yeah. Just a lily pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to control water is what you're telling me to do. Okay. Okay. Listen, I don't do oceans.
Mm.
I mean, the lily pad has a modest speed, but it's like a low wind day for a boat too. You know, boats are able to
Mm.
catch high winds and go a good bit faster, but it's only going to extend. You know, you were 14 days into into an 18-day trip, so by all rights, there should only be 4 days left to get to the islands,
Mhm.
and that might extend it from 4, maybe to like somewhere between 10 and 12 instead.
Mhm.
If you
Right.
were to do
So,
lily pad.
okay. So we will have to accommodate for being 4 days in the ocean because we can't just pop back into here. Um.
Right. Um,
Hmm.
well, I can always take 20 minutes every day to ritually cast water breathing for us just in case, walking on water, and being a whale. And then hopefully, while y'all can steer, I can go fishing, get us food, but also, oh yeah, good. I need good berries.
Will we? I was going to say, will we have to cook that? Because I
Good berry?
good. Yes, if you prepare a good berry, perhaps. I was just saying, if you go out and fish, we have no way to cook the fish because we'll be either on a lily pad or in your mouth.
You
I
can't just
have
like
fire, and I can also
electrocute it.
prepare. Hmm?
You can't just electrocute the fish.
Does that cook it?
If you do it enough times.
Live
possibly.
fish.
Of course, madam. Oof, on the table in front of you, a live fish.
Gonna shock and grasp it.
All right, let me see the efficacy of lightning and cooking fish for a second.
You
The
have
quick,
reduced
Well
quick.
then.
But you'll be a
um,
whale.
When we're not. When
It's technically possible, but it'd
Oh,
be
it's technically
extremely
possible.
inefficient. It'd be difficult to cook it evenly.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to pick like either overcook some parts or and just like check and make sure everything's good and cooked. But you could
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Just stare at
or
it. I
or
don't know if that's cooked.
hear me out.
Sarah will start like tearing it apart and like checking which parts are cooked and which
Second
are raw.
mimosa.
Oh god. I mean, we can hop on the lily pad and I can fire them, like char boil them or whatever that word is. And also purify food and drink if need. Well, that's only for like stuff, right? Poison
Not
and
salt
disease.
content.
Well, disease in case you don't cook it all the way, maybe.
Right, salt
Salmonella.
water. Can't drink that. Oh my god.
You can purify
Water will be
water.
another challenge.
Oh, I should have not prepared that. What you're saying?
I'm also gonna put out as you're sort of like discussing the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it probably comes to the topic of the fact that this ship was obliterated, and in the process of this, like everyone was knocked unconscious. The ship, who knows how far the ship went and in which direction. And the captain and the navigator had a pretty good idea, thanks to the map, of how to get to this island, but there is no navigation chart to get there. Even when you have a map, you have to regularly be checking that against stuff. So when you return, it might be you can definitely pick your direction and go and do your best. Do survival checks, this and that. But you're kind of realizing too, like it is an ocean, and it's vast, and it's very easy to go the wrong way. It might be more about um, survival. It might be more about finding a more stable location where you can try and like another island or something to try and map out like where are we and where did we think this is, stuff like that. just to put the emergency survival portion in for you. Something with renewable water and other options while you're figuring things out. Not that you have to, but just like some of the things that probably come up.
Hell.
I should just say, because I don't want you to, we're going this way and roll survival checks to your death. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry.
New characters.
New characters. Whee!
Charlie's gonna come back devastated.
Yeah.
What were y'all doing?
They traveled 60 days into the middle of the ocean. I couldn't stop them. No, I'm just kidding. But just some of that, like this, it's kind of a big thing, you know. But you have 59 days in here, up to. But you're right. There's also, you know, you were on the path. You know, there's shipping lanes that are taken normally, and I'm sure there's a more specific path that your cousin uses to get to these islands, much like a shipping lane. And you all encountered some things. You know, it's probably a safer way to circumnavigate all that. But you were roughly on that path. So you do know, you have a rough direction to that island, and or if you found a place that was maybe stable or just stayed on the ocean around that area, you might encounter them when they're trying to return. So anyway, that's all. That's like just some of the things you come up with.
A lot of information.
Were there any maps or anything in the routes in the captain's office? Because I was copying everything into my book, so would I have any of that?
There you copied all the stuff with the other creatures in the bin, the files and folders down there. You can take a minute and look through. I don't think that you couldn't. I guess make an investigation check, and we'll see what you have based on a roll. As you flip through all that data.
30, 20.
30, 20? You would have got at least a map of the area, but not this one that marked these unmarked islands. So if you get back there and you find a stable place like an island, or you float in the same place above the water for a while, you could probably start matching up with the stars and everything at night, at least, where you are on that map. It might assist you a little bit, lower some DCs, and make it a little easier to find the island. Where, what's your name staying? Layla.
I'm just pouring over all of my stuff because I've never had to do this.
Why? It's awesome. It's good too. It's good too. Yeah. All right.
Like, I didn't know I had this. Maybe that's helpful. I could do this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Druid's got a lot.
I do. It's overwhelming.
If there's one good thing that's come from this, it's Legion's access.
That I'm a
to-
druid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The new spells.
Yeah.
Any?
No, never mind.
Any thoughts on how long you'd like to stay here, and or what you want to do when you return? If you're, makes you have to at one point.
As Ladron's pouring over her spells, it is starting to sound like the best course of action would be to guesstimate how long my cousin will be on her island and maybe wait back, because unfortunately I do not have a arsenal of spells at my disposal. What I know is what I know. So we would be heavily reliant on Ladrin your spells and then just sleeping out in the middle of the ocean. And
Eat everything.
Mm.
Um, not gonna need that. 'Cause we're on the ocean. Ooh.
that's what I would suggest is perhaps guesstimate how long my cousin will be on her island and then pop out of here when we think she will and hijack her ship, perhaps.
Hmm. Do we know? I know we were kind of sort of on the right track. Did and if you mentioned this before, I'm sorry. How
Okay.
do we know roughly like how far away we are from the islands, like day wise?
You're
Do we
about
have an
4
idea?
days by ship, but if you were to travel
Okay.
by lily pad, it'd be closer to 8 to 10.
Okay.
I mean, if any of you want to make an intelligence check based on what the old gentleman was saying about her trip here, how long she usually stays, and so on, you're welcome to.
I'll try. Oh
Yes,
my
please.
god. A 19.
Woo!
Thank God.
Nice, nice. Well, you were really paying attention when he was talking about that. Let's see. So, she left just a handful of days before you. Business doesn't usually last longer than a week to a week and a half. And then she usually returns. So, you're looking at, she could, even today, already have left and be 3 days out.
Mm.
Up to being, well, 7 days out. And I'm sorry, 10 days out. Anywhere between 3 and 10 days out.
Um. Can't do math. Maybe at least three, 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, probably not more than 4. That would be anywhere from 4 to 6 days. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it would possibly be up to like between a 3 to 10 days whole. It would possibly be meaning like 7 days just in open ocean. We can drift like starting toward the island. Perhaps. But again, it is going to possibly either way, even if it is just a minimum of 3 days, uh, which would be joyful. But 7 days out on open ocean would put a lot of strain. I know mostly on you, Ladrin, because I don't know, my spells do a particular set of things, and Fiora, well, very gifted, I don't think can fight the ocean yet.
Well, I just forgot, or I just remembered after I forgot, I can create clean water in an open
Well,
container if we have one
Nice.
somewhere.
We have a barrel, don't we?
Sure. After we finish the food, fill it up with clean water. And it's
It's like a busted
perfect.
half barrel, but you have the bottom half that you can fill up with water.
Mm-hmm.
And Feyre always has like flasks for insects and stuff. So
Couple of loose mason jars.
yeah, yeah.
I'll use one of my
That's
teacups
inside?
or something that I have.
Nice.
I'm good, thank you. But I'll make you some water.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. We got good berries. I'll go fishing. Um,
Okay.
I have. Oh, that's locate animals or plants. Oh, I have locate object, which. Do you know something that your cousin likes to wear?
Close?
Okay. I think I have to know. Oh, it has to be familiar to me. Never mind.
All right. Which day would you like to leave that?
I'm gonna say day 3 or day 4 for me
Okay.
personally.
Day
There
4.
is a possibility if you leave on day 4 that her ship may have passed. Just as a
Oh, God
reminder.
damn it.
But do what
That's
you
true.
want. But I just want to put that out there.
Nope.
Mhm.
No, I don't
Nope.
like that. We'll do 3.
3?
3 sounds really good. I also have skywrite in case, like, worst comes to worst. I can maybe, like, write something in the sky
Throw
that says,
SOS to get
Yeah.
them come out day 3.
yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
I didn't even think about that. Just throwing it up there. Okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. So day 3, you'll be heading out. Is there anything that you want to do here in paradise or prepare here before um, bamfing back?
Well, first, I'd like to note that Feora was still dressed as Roger when they came into this,
Nice.
and because she can't access any of her other clothes, this alternate plane, she had to ask the Paradise attendants for clothes,
Oh.
and she took off like all the Roger stuff.
Yeah.
So when we leave, she's probably going to like just be in underwear because she'll stay
Roger
wearing the old
underwear?
stuff that she had.
Which is like boxers with miner's picks on them. Just kidding.
Um, but she'll be dressed in like some weird islandy dress thing for the few days that they're here.
Nice.
And she'd probably check in on Dio, like, do you want to talk about your feelings? Since you probably have a lot.
Is that for Dia? You're approaching Dia?
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling?
I'm not doing well. And I think just opening, just like putting the pillow down in my lap and like, I think definitely the biggest change, especially since we leveled up a little bit ago, my eyes now do have pupils, but they are vertical slits.
Nice.
Mistake.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? I'm the one who asked us to stop at what I assumed was our parents' destroyed ship, and then finding out that someone was masquerading as my mother, immediately went into confrontation, causing us to blow up in the middle of the ocean. You shouldn't be apologizing, Feora.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're not blaming all of this on yourself either,
Oh no, I
because
haven't
that little
Right.
right, and the constant drinking really has me believing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other alternative at the moment is electrical discharge and shocking everyone. 'Cause I'm just. It's just. You know? You learn new things about oneself, and you take 2 steps forward and 7 steps back, and so you are back at the beginning.
Okay. Well, I'm realizing now that I don't really have anything helpful to say here. So, I guess we will just keep moving forward. We'll find them.
I know. I know we will. And I appreciate you checking in with me. So, I don't think I'm going off the deep end. The drinking is helping. Um, but I'm very trustful in our abilities and in what Tuna is capable of. It is very hard to just suddenly care about the people around me and then not have them within direct eyesight. It's very different.
Yeah. We did kind of go from constantly being within arm's reach for a year.
Mhm.
It, you know, obviously tuna isn't the same to me as they are for you, but I still feel like I'm walking around without a hand.
I understand entirely. I would be this way any of you, Ladrin, yourself, even he who must not be named who was birthed from my neck, was away from me for any amount of moment. It would cause me distress. Right? But you are correct. We will find them, and it will be all right.
Also, they can create straight up beasts out of thin
That is
air.
that is true.
No offense to Ladrin's ability with berries, but yeah.
How are you doing?
I don't feel like I'm in control of this at all.
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like another piece of the shipwreck just drifting, broken in the ocean. I don't have any magic to make us food. I don't have any innate ability to direct us to safety. The reason why I'm so good at what I do is because I plan for so long so that no matter what happens, I can react and I can control the situation. But how do I plan around a near god that can completely adjust themselves entirely? Their memories, their exterior presence. Just a lot.
Mhm.
And I fully thought we were dead. know, scary because even the backup that I thought I had in these kind of events wasn't there. It wouldn't have. But that's neither here nor there. We're planning.
No, 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 no. That is, not to interrupt you, but that is, as someone who is inherently dramatic, that is precisely here and there. What you feel affects your present. It manifests itself to so how you feel here and now is very important. And I don't bring it up or talk about it because when you mentioned that you could see, I'm not going to get into it now. It very much matters how you feel right now, Feora. And I can only thank you for sharing that. And I can't imagine to have such a practiced sense of control and ability to control everything around you, what that's like for you now.
It's scary, but if I'm missing a hand, I at least have my 2 feet. Which is weird because I'm then comparing with my good friend and the woman I'm falling in love with 2 feet, but I'm sticking with the metaphor.
Mm-hmm. It's very powerful.
I just want to believe that we can get through it.
Mm-hmm. Well, whenever in the year that I've been with you all, something that has been taught to me very succinctly and without fail is that with all of us together, holding up each other, we'll find a way to make it happen.
We will. Actually, give me some of that drink.
Yes, absolutely. It's so good.
All right. Well, you're all able to, with all that tension building and everyone kind of in their own minds, break some of those barriers between one another. Everyone's sort of in their own heads and have some wonderful discussions like this, helping process.
Make Lay drink some tea, and then there's like a second cup where it's tea but spiked. You're doing so good memorizing all of these spells to keep us not dying in the ocean. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Yeah, she's been ignoring, I don't know where she's at, in her room somewhere, not paying attention except for her spells. Tea is, thank you.
I love that. All right. Well, 2 more days pass, bringing us to day 3. Let me know if you have anything you want to do. Otherwise, I'll figure you'll all be back out at the white sandy beach at one point, ready to bamf back. But if you have anything for that, please do.
Did I get my broom back?
Yeah, I would have given it to you. I've been holding it. It's just maybe doing loop-de-loos around the villa.
Nice.
I mean, fair, because she's not paying attention, so probably the last day. Oh shit, where's my broom?
I have it!
Oh, great. Oh, thank God.
Through the window, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Awesome.
Latron will, though, spend Now that everything's been prepared, where's my ritual stuff? She's gonna spend 20 minutes
Mhm.
collectively casting water breathing
Okay.
and water walk, but the water walk only lasts for an hour, like just in case we need it when we vamp back out. And if it when it falls, then I can always fall shape and we'll be good.
Okay.
But the water breathing's 24 hours, so we're good.
Good. All right. And as you're ready to vamp back, you use the item once again. Are you all like on the leaf, like before you go back, so you all be floating on the leaf?
That makes sense.
Nice.
Absolutely.
All right. And yeah, I'll say if you wanted to, because you've got the time and it's easy on land, not in a storm. If you want to like use rope to try and tie around the lily pad keeps a pretty strong structure. You can loosely tie rope around it to keep that bucket down if you're trying to continue using that broken barrel bottom. Um, if you don't care about that, that's fine. Because you've got like cups and tins, and Ladron can make water. And the food in here is already spoiled, so if you don't want that bucket and it's going to be a nuisance, let me know, but we won't worry about it.
I think could we split up the rations that are inside of it between the three of us? And that way the bucket could be like half empty. Like that way the bucket could be empty and we can cut it in half just so we have it. Or would we rather keep using it as storage?
Up to you. A lot of it's spoiled, because
Mm.
it was out there. It was good for
Right.
another 3 days, but those 3 days have
Okay.
passed. So
All right, then we easy enough to just dump out and I'm happy to hold it.
okay. All right. And so you return back into the ocean. No storm. Waters are calm. Slight breeze. It's morning, it's morning when you bamfed over. Unless you want to change the time of day, which you're bamfing back. Um, Otherwise, I imagine morning. You can see a great distance in any direction, which is both great for keeping an eye out for ships, but also terrifying when you feel how infinitesimally small you are compared to this vast ocean. You pan around, you feel the heat of the sun beating on the backs of your necks. What would you like to do now that you've returned on the lily pad on the surface of the water? Floats down.
I immediately start working on creating some water
Okay.
into vials or whatever we have set aside. So that'll take. Oh, it's instant. Okay.
Okay. Poof. The bucket Dia's got fills up, the half bucket, any tins you have set out. Fresh water.
Awesome.
Okay. You want to
Up
stay
to 10
here?
gallons.
Oh, nice. Good,
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, would you like to remain stationary, keep an eye out for ships? Remember, it could be any time from today up until the next 7 days. Your time frame for her ship to likely be returning, barring anything wild. Do you want to try and navigate anywhere, or stay here, or see if you can find? Actually, Feora, go ahead and make a fresh investigation check with that map.
13.
Okay. Just gonna average it out because your other one was like a 21. 13's enough anyway, but I was gonna average it. If you want to make so you've got a pretty good idea of that map in your head. If you want to make a survival check to kind of You know, it's early mornings. The stars are fading behind the sunlit sky. But you can make a survival check if you want to try and figure out where you are in the ocean. It's easier to do at night. Daytime is pretty tough, so the DC is pretty high during day, but you can might as well give it a shot.
Sure. I love survival checks. Hmm. 6.
Yeah, no idea. Okay. But just keep in mind it is easier to check at night. You're the one that has the map knowledge, and you do have it in the book too, so you can share it if you want later. But let me know what you'd like to do.
Okay. So we have a heading though, just.
I'm sorry. Not necessarily. There's a vague idea of which direction you can go, and you could also have anyone else proficient in survival can also roll
Okay.
if they want.
Yeah.
Ladrid? Okay.
We'll see.
You look at Feora's book with the map.
Oh, fuck off. That's a 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, it's a bit trickier during the day, but you get a bit better idea. Sort of confirm, like, yeah, Feora was thinking over here. Should be in that direction. It's a pretty loosey-goosey guesstimation, though.
Right. So we can start heading in that direction until we see a ship. Legion, you said you had something called Skyrite. Did you prepare for that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a ritual.
Yay!
Wonderful.
Thank
So
God.
perhaps we start sailing, and then once we deem a ship close by, do I have any? I don't have a telescope. Who am I thinking of? No one prepared. Then once we see a ship in any direction, I suppose we can throw one up and see what happens.
It's gonna take me 10 minutes to conjure that.
problem.
Up to 10 words. If
Cool.
you have a sentence in mind or just SOS.
I think
don't know how it
SOS will be fine.
Perfect.
All right. Well, you spend the day. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dia. Did you have something else? I'm so sorry.
Oh no, just tapping the lily pad to like that direction, lily pad.
Ah, nice. Horizon ho! Off you go into that direction. You spend the day traveling, and no ships in sight today, based on rolls, because there are a couple of, there's ship options. But nothing today. And the blistering heat, however, of the day, and the sun burning down on your skin, is taking somewhat of a toll as night falls and the heat dissipates almost with the sun, and the cold night above the water sets in. May I ask each of you please to do a Constitution saving throw, braving the elements.
Could we possibly get a lower DC if we have warm traveler's clothes? Because we did traverse through the mountains.
Let's say yeah, that'll lower it a little bit because you won't have to deal with the cold as much as night. It'll be more of the sun during the day.
No,
So,
no.
yeah.
problem,
Yeah, we'll drop that DC a little bit.
Okay. Constitution save. One of the two things I'm good at.
And Legion, let me know what you get when you're set.
No.
9.
Okay.
Oh, so well.
Feora?
3.
Oh
Oh my gosh, Dia?
I'm gonna roll my it might not help. I'm gonna roll my D8, my my DM inspiration dice.
Okay.
You betrayer. So it's 10.
10, okay. You each take 1 point of exhaustion. It got lowered. Night 1 was a 15, got lowered to a 13. I've taken 2 points off the DC of each progressive night. Thanks to your warm clothes. However, that gives each of you 1 point of exhaustion. The sun during the day is just intense, and your skin is starting to peel and hurt with sunburn. And you've got water, thankfully, but in your food. That's day one. It is a bit dangerous here. And there's ocean everywhere, sun just reflecting in every direction. You carry on for the second night, second day rather. I assume you can do a fresh, as the stars are still in the sky with a lower DC. If you want to do a fresh survival check, Dia, are you proficient in that too?
No.
Okay.
No, I am not.
Nice. Okay. You're almost there. You're almost there because you were practicing the stuff. Okay.
I was when I was doing my cooking, and then
Nice. So Feyor or Ladrin can do survival check, or one of you can do it with advantage.
I have a
Nathan,
plus
you can
9.
do it. Yeah, you can do it with advantage.
Okay. Just
yeah.
What did you get?
I mean, it was better this time, but I thought I rolled 2 2s, and but then
Oh.
like, it's the glare. 18.
All right. Good. 18 at night gives you a decent. You're operating without a navigator's map, and it's just water all around. So you're doing your best. You have a pretty good idea that you're heading in the rough direction for another day. If you want to travel that next day, you still pretty confident. You know what to look for this next day, because according to this map, there might be what do you call it? I can't think of the term, but it's where a bunch of rocks break the surface of the water when the tide's a little bit lower. So if you come across that today in your travel, you'll know you're on track. So you get a good night's rest, and you carry on the next day.
So do we get to click the long rest button?
Yes, definitely. Yep. Long rest all around. Legion, are you doing your ritual spells? Okay. Nice. So you've got your underwater
Yep,
breathing.
and if I need to, I will wild shape into something and go talk to the fish, and also
Okay.
go catch some fish.
Nice.
Like,
Nice.
talk to them and say thank you. Yum yum.
Yeah, chop. Yeah. Excellent. Let's
terrible.
today do investigation checks all around, just for ships on the horizon and
Investigation.
the other things. You had a good survival check at night. That'll. Dia, you can let me know first this time around if you.
7.
Oh, okay. Nice. Keep an eye. Lots of
I'm
water.
so unhelpful, and I'm so sorry.
Nice. All right. Where are my manners? So we have to do the con saves for yesterday. Yes. So please, Constitution savings throws. Good. I'll again start with you, Dia, and then I'll continue with the other thing.
24.
24 is a success for your con save. Excellent. Feora, con save.
5.
That is a second point of exhaustion for Feora.
Do we not
I guess
heal
it's-
our constitution?
Yeah, you don't, only because it's even though
Okay.
you're getting a.
Oh.
While technically, normally you
Then-
get to rest, you're not getting that proper break. You're getting sleep,
Okay.
but you're still
Then-
exposed to elements.
Then I believe I should roll another because that's a skill check. So I think I need to, because that's the first level of.
This is a saving throw, so I think
Okay.
you're good. I think
Okay.
that's not till deeper down the list.
Okay, let me. No problem. Conditions level 1.
Yeah,
You are
it's
correct on ability checks.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. So up to 2 for Feyor at Ladrin. This is the con save.
21.
That's a success for night 2. Yep. Okay. Sorry. With that cleared, we had He is 8 for investigation. I think it was an 8.
Mhm.
Feora, investigation check for ships and stuff today.
27.
27. Okay. And did you do that at disadvantage?
So I rolled once.
Uh-huh.
I rolled
Okay.
an 18,
Hmm.
and then I rolled the con save.
Okay.
Then I rolled another dice for the disadvantage for the ability check, and it was another 18. So the dice only like me when
Nice.
when I'm not trying to die.
Awesome. So it was. What was the end result again?
27.
Nice. Beautiful. All right, and Ladrin, your investigation.
12. That's at
Oh.
disadvantage.
Okay. Let's see. All right, this one I have to roll for because there is a possibility of this. Right. Just after midday, suns, they were almost directly above the sky, just passing noon. Feyre, you spot what appears to be a ship on the horizon. It takes a little bit of time. It's a dot, right? And it gets a little bit larger. It's not really heading towards you, but sort of in the opposite direction, but a little bit off to the side too. Doesn't quite track with navigating this path that you're on. But as you're, heading this way, and they're sort of, they're not coming like back at you. They're sort of going off at an angle. But it's definitely a ship after like a good 10, 20 minutes of watching it turn from a dot into something larger. It's a ship.
There's a ship that way.
Later.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to just cast it instead of ritually because we don't have time.
There is probably time. It takes a while for that to. Just so you know, like in world, you can definitely get away with a ritual and not have to worry about it.
Okay.
But if you want for fun to be like, go for it too. I don't want to take away your fun.
No. My dog was upset that somebody moved in the living room. So, I will ritually cast Skyride, and then because it's just within sight, so there's not really a range. So if I could see the ship, I'm gonna put it really big, SOS with an arrow. Can I do an arrow?
Absolutely.
Does that count as a word?
Okay.
Pointing in our direction.
All right. I love it. So you. I was worried. I'm like, oh, how are they gonna know which way? That's brilliant. So.
This way.
Yep. You do just that.
Or if I can't do an arrow, I would do directions because I think I don't know directions in the sea, do I? Yes, I do.
Like
We're tracking the sun.
You can put an arrow. That's totally fine. It's Skyrim.
Okay, so
you can do whatever symbols you want. Yeah.
Done. I'll do SOS this way, arrow, please. All caps.
Okay. All caps, so they know you mean business. Yeah. Nice. All right. So you watch the ship, continues moving on its course for the next, it goes past. It was before it, right? So they go right underneath it and continue for another like 8 minutes. Before finally turning course. Like they had to consider what's going on, which is normal for a ship out here. Is this a trap? Is this, for merchant vessels and stuff? What?
Can I do another ritual, Skyrite?
Yeah.
If I have time.
Yeah.
I'll just, if we notice it turning, I will do the thank you with the prayer hand emojis.
I love it. Yes. It continues making course over to you all. You wait the half an hour or so it takes for the ship to like navigate up, and as the ship pulls up, in the opposite direction of you, and comes to a halt beside you, it seems to be a merchant vessel. Not the newest. Maybe it looks maybe 7 or 8 years old. Looks moderately well kept, and it has the name along the side, the Daybreak. And some sailors come and call over the side. Oh, are you well? Please come aboard. What is your no weapons? And another one's like, they're not carrying any weapons. Like, look at them. They've been in the ocean.
They're on a lily pad.
Yeah. One of them's like, they're on. What is that? Like, I'm sorry. We just, we have to be careful. I can see you're just come up. I'm so sorry. And they'll lower down a rope ladder. And you hear a door open from like where this. Actually, I guess there aren't doors there. So you hear like someone like hustling up the stairs and running up on the deck. What happened? I was in the bathroom. I missed it. And
Really?
with that, we'll take our bio break. Yay! Smooth transition.
Hey!
For anyone that sorry, River. For anyone that doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. Keep our audio hot, even though we'll have our BRB screen up. So chat with us if you want. Otherwise, we'll catch you in about 10 minutes. Yay! We'll see what these sailors are up to. Catch you soon. Boop. Bio button strucketh.
Haha.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go wee-wees. Cause I got to. Oh.
I'll also be right back. I gotta go refill my cup.
Oh, my. Oh, damn. Is that from this? Oh, I can't wait for you to talk about that. So cool. That's so cool. I love that. That's so cool.
Wait, what is it?
It's so creepy. 631 left. That was it. I'm alright. Take a chicken pocket. What? I can't help you. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna heat some up. When we get your stuff, pop some on. Oh, putting a little wine on the plate. So. Nice. I get these put away tomorrow. For me, coffee in the morning. Yes, if you're gonna eat that. Eat, you're really doing so. There's certain things you put your body. Get that one. Why? No. Oh, but.
I don't understand.
I don't eat.
I'm not a history of food. It's upstairs.
Oh, my sweet juicy buns. He's over here. You just move these over here. Big and matey. And what? Oh. So you go down like the snacks. There's a plus sign to the left of the meal. Then, huh? Okay, if it's not already in there, then hit the scanner, the barcode at the top left, Once you scan it once, it'll be in there forever. Was it? Didn't you just ask me to? Alright, I'll just show you online since you want to show me yours. See? Take a look. Just take a look. So I'm in the day, snacks, a little plus sign next to it. Control. You really just don't want to know how to do this. Once you scan it once, it'll be in there to select forevermore. So just hit this barcode at the top, is what it's saying. My gosh. So. Try to add a whole once. Make sure you change the quantity to half. You know, I mean, you have to scan once for each section. Breakfast, lunch. You don't have to delete it. You can just click on it and then. Yeah, you click on it and then do edit, and then you just. I need you to take like 3 steps back. Or just don't involve me. You're just gonna sass me up.
Hello, everybody.
Wow.
As a side note, players, I mentioned this. I'm mentioned. Boop. Please wait. We'll have brain reboots. Wanted to mention this to all of you. If this is not anything you need to do, but certainly if you wanted to receive some sort of permanent injury or scar from that boat explosion,
Oh shit.
please feel free to do so. You don't, by no means do you need to, but I feel like it's definitely a story-driven, large enough event, large enough explosion. We're warranted if you want.
I will build it out in Baldur's Gate and let you know.
No.
Because, like, she is now, like, exactly how I envision
Oh, really?
Ladrin to be.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I did. I need to go back and fix our honor mode one, but she's looked off. Yeah, Serena, I don't know if you know. So, Lily and I are doing honor mode.
What is honor mode? So
for Baldur's Gate, it's a level of difficulty. So it's like the most difficult. You get one save file. That's it. You die, you're done. Like your whole party dies, you're done.
what?
Can't go
Like,
back.
you can't even quick save in case you need to romance somebody?
Nope. You can't go back. You can't do anything. What you get is what you get. But at the end, if you complete the story, they give you a golden die.
Ooh.
So we made it to Act 2. Like, it's the most stressful thing I've ever done in game. But the cool thing, so we're playing our characters, and our guardians are Dia and Tuna.
That's so cute.
So I'm with Tuna. Feora has Dia, and I've taken so many screenshots now. Like,
Oh.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to share them in our group
Yes,
because
please share them.
I
It's
had
adorable.
it's just great. I love it so much. I'm like, I trust you.
Really, no bad intentions ever.
Ever. Ever, ever. But like whenever the guardian speaks, I'm like, yes, Tuna, I know.
God.
No.
God.
Get
And
it.
I finally got the insight check to like hug the guardian.
Oh.
And I was
Oh,
like, Ladry got it. That's like all the F2 or F12 things that I was, yep, I was gonna.
ah, sick.
But this isn't like
Oh.
OG Ladrin in Baldur's Gate because for some reason, I don't know what I messed up on. It's either the facial features, the freckles, or the makeup, but it's not exactly how I had it.
Mhm,
So she's just a 2.0 version, but not the better version.
mhm.
Nice.
She's still cute as fuck. I love
Yeah.
her. But OG is better in my opinion.
All right, I'm gonna pop us back.
Yeah.
Back button. Struck it.
Oh, headphones, please work with me.
Well, and so we return. Another bright sunny day out in the ocean. Um, rope ladders down to all of you. Looks are you heading up on the ship? There's people like reaching
Yes,
hands down.
desperately.
Nice. You get up and there's a healer running over already, like asking you like questions. Oh, the burns. Here, let me heal. Let me heal. Arms out, everyone. Arms out in a row, and they're just trying to go and heal everybody up. What do y'all say and do as you're kind of brought up onto the deck here, the ship? Lily pad
Yeah.
away, packed up.
Hmm. Our ship was destroyed in the storm, and oh goodness, thank you so much for your help and for seeing our signal. It's been awful.
I can only imagine. We're not accustomed to these waters, and there's challenge after challenge in the ocean here. I swear. Um, I'm glad that you're all right. I'm sorry you must have lost many, but don't lose hope. Perhaps we'll find them along the way as well. Others from your ship.
We'd be most grateful. Are you headed back to North Belmont, or where is your ship headed? We are all very capable, so we're not going to be in the way. We would appreciate passage.
Oh yes. A person steps out. We share an image in Discord. These are so great to hug. So cute. Okay, sorry. Anyway, back to what we're doing. um, I'm looking for Sundered Faete images, please.
And definitely gotta ask who owns this ship.
Nice, nice. I'm sorry for the. Did I not put the. Did I seriously not put them in here? I'm sorry, I don't have an image, but I will describe them instead. A person of import, first mate, maybe the captain, as everyone kind of like snaps to attention as she steps out of the stairwell coming up, is a woman that, my gosh, Dan, put your notes together here. I'm gonna ask each of you to make a perception check, actually, if you don't mind.
Still at disadvantage.
Yes, disadvantage. I'm so sorry.
Make sure my conditions
Feora,
are
you can let me know first this time.
22
Nice, okay. And Ladrin?
with disadvantage.
That's awesome.
21.
21 with disadvantage. Nice. And Dia?
So everyone, I hope, is gonna laugh. I rolled a natural 1, and then I have a -1 with perception, so it's a full ass 0.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, all right. All right, you're sort of caught up. How you being healed? Man, I'm not sure how to, I'm gonna have you, actually, I should have had you, Dia, roll it straight. Because there's
Understood.
one element that you would have advantage with. So just
Okay.
give me a fresh roll, if you don't mind.
Oh god, I minimized it, and now I don't know how to check for my conditions. Oh goodness. Where'd it go? Okay, let me try to...
Okay.
I'll minimize it again. Okay, so the conditions came back. I'm just making sure that that is there, and then... Alright, so I'll roll again.
Okay, you have just a straight roll this time.
Alright, no problem. I think that's a straight roll. Let me check the thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so it looks like it rolled it straight. So it is a 14.
Okay. Ladrin, you're able to quickly perceive that they're, again, high rank on this ship. Either captain, first mate, something as pretty much everybody on the deck here kind of snaps to attention. The healer's still busy, like trying to heal all the burnt skin and crispy skin and all that you all have. Feora, you recognize a lot of their facial traits and skin tone give away that they're very distinct facial traits that belay Lemurian heritage on either side. You are effectively people that, you're where you came from. A lot of the people, because you came over in patches, right? But other people that came from that same place all settled in the Lemurian Isles, the southern coast of the continent, which you know. Basically, very Filipino traits. So, you see a lot of that, that you immediately recognize from yourself. Dia with a 14, you recognize some very halcyon family traits, including the gold-touched skin on her face and arms and hands and chest. When she steps out. Hair, a lot of hair that's kind of put back in like a functional, but it looks really nice too, kind of twisted ponytail in the back. All right. I'm told we have some, and looks up and just locks eyes with you, Dia. Oh. I find it hard to believe this is an accident. First, are you well?
As well as one can be. Everyone's stranded out in the middle of the ocean.
This is an interesting part of the ocean to be stranded in, isn't it?
It could be.
See that they're all well taken care of, especially her. Make yourselves at home. When you have some time, I'd like to chat with all of you, but I'd like a one-on-one with you when you have the time.
We're on your ship.
Make yourselves at home. Talks to a couple of people and heads back down below deck. Healer finishing up their work on you, Dia, and moving over to Feora. Ladrin, you're still getting some of yours, tended to as well. And they finish healing all three of you up. And the crew seems kind of jovial, and they're like, oh, well, one of the, not the healer, but a couple of other people that seem to be like kind of hovering near you, or that's so welcome. Uh, you want to tour the ship? What do we do first? What would you like? You hungry? What do you need?
It would be great.
Excellent, excellent. This is a dwarven gentleman, fiery red hair, everything locked down, an ornamental beard. Well, it's a bit of an older ship, but the thing's a beaut. We take good care of her. Let's get you some food first. The chef, oh, I don't know, fine dining at its best here. I don't know how he does it here with the goods we've got, but let's fill those bellies up, yeah? All right. Makes way and also, leads you down to the galley where you can get your fill of food. The food smells delicious. It looks great. Are you all eating up?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Feora and Ladrin also eating up? Feora?
I think she'd probably watch and see if anyone else eats first before she does.
Okay. Yeah, you see Dia dig in. The crew, like, they're also, like, there's like two people, the dwarf and an elven woman that have come down with you. And she's been kind of quiet so far, but friendly, and will answer questions if you have any. Then Ladrin starts eating.
And then she'll start eating.
Okay. Delicious, fills your bellies. All right. I don't know if you're all. I mean, you look like you could use a drink, but I know it's pretty early still. What can I get you? Water, booze? What you looking for?
Water would be fantastic.
I can imagine. Just get. He calls over, to one of the not servers, but there are people that kind of work the kitchen. Just a pitcher. Just keep it full. Yeah. Right, so listen, I don't want to dig none. Don't feel like you need to tell me anything, but what's up with that lily pad thing, huh? That's that's crazy.
Is that one of the things we won in a card game or fighting a creature for? I can't quite remember. We're very experienced travelers. Of course, it might not look like that given that you fished us out of the ocean, but we're quite experienced.
I know. Listen, those things happen. We've had our fair share of getting knocked on our asses in a storm. So you know the captain? Looks over at you, Dia.
Let's see. Now, if I recognize her, is that Octavia? Not Lila? Or am I incorrect?
Let me figure out how to parse this info to you
No problem.
carefully. So according to everything there's only you and two others that are gold touched. Your Madi, you, and your I believe an aunt, Octavia.
Yeah.
And this person's gold touched, which would lead you to believe this is Octavia.
Okay. Yes, I am very aware of Octavia.
Octavia? You mean Layla?
Hmm? Who are we talking about? Who are you talking about?
Captain Layla.
Do you know Octavia?
I'm sorry, I never heard of an Octavian.
All right then, that's fine. We're just gonna I might just have this one-on-one conversation now. Yes. Is that all right with the two of you?
In the dragon chat, Figure will be like, "Do you not recognize your cousins?"
I recognize.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You go. No, you give me information that way. I know.
Yeah, so, like, your extended family, especially North Belmont family, like, you have not ever seen, you know, of
No.
them, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So you know of your Aunt Octavia,
Wait.
that's the one that, like, do that in town.
Yeah,
And then
she sent me a
that.
letter. Yeah.
And when you heard Layla, I mean, it's Halcyon, and it's definitely like, okay, that's some part of this family over here. You
Yeah.
haven't seen any of them before.
Yeah.
You just
I
recognize the
know.
Gold Touch.
Right. So through the dragon chat, I'd like by name and reputation, not their faces.
Okay. Well, go do what you need to do. We'll be here.
I
eating.
will call for help if necessary. This in the dragon chat, just like I will call for help if necessary.
Great. Try not to need it though.
Yes, absolutely. We are all incredibly tired. Okay. Well, to the captain I go.
Hey, yeah, you excuse yourself, and you know the two continue keeping Feyor and Ladrin, you know, company. They'll play any games you want. You know, show you around the ship and all that. Anything you all want. So,
She wants to do nothing. She's fighting the urge to fall face first into her food.
we're fighting the urge to what?
To fall face first into her food.
Well, they also tell you that they have, you know, cabins that aren't being used and that are, you know, if you're here, they're gonna assign you cabins. Do you want us? You know, we can just get you figured out for a cabin. You can take a cat nap, rest, whatever you need.
No, thank you.
Okay, all right. You know. So yeah. All right. Well, if you're ready, you know, when you're ready, let me know. Let us know. I hope you don't mind. We're just gonna kind of keep you company today, as we get until we hear from, you know, Captain gets different orders of just, you know.
Sure, ship protocol. Yep.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Can I-
Oh yeah. What you got?
Can I reach in the dragon chat with Feora and just say I can keep watch? You need some sleep. Okay. I need some sleep too, but like you need some sleep.
She'll say in the dragon chat, just a little bit. Just wake me up. And then like fall into the food.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Digging out of the bowl.
she'll just like gently lift her head, move the food, get something off of her. I don't know, whatever she has around her cloak. Just kind of like, okay, there.
Oh, stubborn, huh? Well, I get it. Listen. You look like you can use a drink.
Yes.
All right, let's see. We like to play a game here. Sometimes we got guests see, you know, if we can guess which drinks you've had before and which you haven't. And you seem to be a connoisseur, if I'm pegging you right. But I bet we've got some here that you haven't tried before. I mean, you know, he's just trying to keep the atmosphere fun and digs in, you know, get some booze for y'all. And
Like-
Feroz, oh, good. Nice. Legion, you know, obviously you've got that super high tolerance. Anyway, it's just like a fun level. There are a few that are interesting that you haven't had, like 2 or 3. But they're impressed by how many you've had before, and like, oh, I've had that. I know it's. So you were snoozing to the max. The you make your way to, you ask for the captain, and she's made her way back up to the captain's quarters on the upper deck. They guide you, knock. I mean, enter please, and the doors open up, and you're just shown through, and they close the doors behind you, so there's just the two of you in the room. And you get, the light's a little more diffused in here, not so bright as it was outside. So again, you can see, she seems to have, you know, again, most of the gold touch, the eyes themselves, around the face and the cheeks, the freckles that have become numerous over the face, down the neck, arms. You also see like the little scales, like yours are, and the fingers. She seems to have some, again, the Lemurian parentage, so sort of Filipino and black, sort of, parentage from both sides. Definitely some family resemblance there too. In case you have any particular things that run in the family, like, okay, all right, I see that, yeah. um, Please, I've honestly been waiting for this for uh, quite some time. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm don't conduct myself up to your standards. Please, both of these.
I rarely have standards these days. Uh, I'll sit. So how am I supposed to address you? Because they all seem to call you Layla.
Oh, I mean, you can call me Tia if you wish. I'm your aunt. This little like, like excited. Yeah.
Well, normally I would, but there's this very big pressing matter of me being surrounded by family gods after doing what you asked.
Yes. Well, I can weave you the tale if you wish. I'm sure. And then you can ask any questions on top. I'll be an open book.
Well, proceed.
Would you care for anything to drink while we chat?
I drank a lot while stranded in the middle of the ocean, so no. I'm actually very cranky because there was someone. Again, it's probably a discussion for everyone when they get here, but to make the story short, there's someone pretending to be my mother in the middle of the ocean, and
Really?
yes, it's a whole thing. Massive illusion. I hate illusions now.
Yes.
And
Me too.
so,
That's concerning.
oh
And perhaps
no.
part of the tale?
Oh gods. Whatever those are.
Yeah.
Fucking elementals.
Oh, yes, indeed. For all the good they do us. Well. Sorry, let me get to my things. Yes, you mentioned my name. I am Octavia, but the name Layla's when I adopted post North Belmont founding. Halcyon name carries many things, positive and negative. Octavia, rumors spread by, well, the family. Very damaging with that name. So Layla, simply for that purpose. But yes, it is I, Octavia. But please, I've abandoned that name. Please call me Layla, or again Tia, if you wish. But I'm sure first you want
So
to.
after our conversation, I'll be very happy to call you Tia or not.
Okay,
Very,
wonderful.
I'm very weak when it comes to family.
Oh, as am I. I know that might not sound like I've heard the stories told, but well, let's see, Madi is her um, mom then, right? Because so Madi is her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first, I wish to say that I need to separate Madi from the family when I speak of the family. I have
Okay.
no problem with Mother, and in fact, I very much look up to her. She came away from being such a part, foundational part of building Avalon, and had such a vision of how things could be done, and built up so much in South Belmont towards that end. It's the rest of the family. um, they just took from Mother again and again, and walked around like they had done all the work. Walked around as though they owned everything. And years and years, and then generations, this went by. And then they brought in that foul creature to help them with their subterfuge and plots within the family.
Creature.
Um, this may tie into the story of the ship that you encountered. In fact,
Good.
at first I thought it but a man, very clever with business, very underhanded, um, and your parents took the lead, and they brought him in and began chipping away at what Marty built, uh, pulling from her assets, severing the ties that she made in South Belmont as she built things up. While South Belmont is clearly no Avalon, the goals that Mother had in mind were attainable in some generations' time, and she was willing to get her hands a little dirty when needed, but otherwise did a fine job of trying to uphold the standards of Avalon. She knew that in order to achieve that, it would take a lot of work, some of it dirty, but the rest of the family, um, they they were once they let that creature in, they started enacting nefarious, cruel, even twisted plans um, to further their own personal wealth and remove Mother from her position of power. And I went to Lottie. I went to Mother. Um, I needed her to know that of this nest of vipers, which she has a blind spot, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. She cares so deeply for her children and family, but they were using her, and they held no love. But she needed evidence. And so, after trying to warn her several times, I felt I needed to indeed cultivate all the evidence that I'd found thus far in that point, and bring it to her. Um, but your parents and some of the others found out, um, and in turn framed me, beat me to the punch, and framed me with false evidence. That I'd poisoned your parents and beaten them to finish the job as though I was trying to kill them. They appeared before Mother with terrible bruises and some level of high illusionary work, or disguise work, no doubt. They said I was trying to do away with them and take their position in the family. And before that point, I had no interest in position. And that I couldn't be trusted and I needed to be put down myself. The attempt on their life, the evidence they need. And they acted the parts. My own sister. Um, Molly, of course, she,
Convince them of exile instead.
indeed, he wasn't prepared. I was never able to deliver the evidence. They caught me unawares beforehand. She made, I
So the evidence you were sending was to exonerate you.
not quite. I'm afraid. I fear
Okay.
that Marty has had too many ties severed and doesn't know it. She believes the connection she has with the town and with its people and with its higher officials and business folk remain true, but they've been usurped by that creature and your parents and much of the rest of the family. But I heard. I'm just looking through my notes. Um, yeah. Oh, right. So I should say that at that point, indeed, Mother chose exile over death, and I used what business sense she taught me, and and went to go found North Belmont, taking away power and money, sadly from Mother, but more from the rest of them.
Hmm.
And with a handful of investors in time, we've done fairly well. It's not yet a lawful, incredibly lawful city, but it's growing, and there will come a time to cleanse it and bring in more order. I also wish to make Mother's dream come true. A place that can thrive Babylon. Um, but when news reached me of what was happening to you, thought wretched. Um, I myself wishing to beg for forgiveness on my sister's behalf. I feel like she never would.
She's stubborn as they come. One of the traits I'm very glad I inherited from her.
Yes, I feel if you found yourself out here, I feel that you've put that to good use. Um, but I heard what was happening to you. I wept night after night for weeks. The cruelty of it. Uh, I don't know. Beyond words, I'm sure you know far better than I do, having lived it yourself. We'd never met, you and I, but I knew you. I knew what that position felt like, and I knew what I had to do. In Mother's grace and mercy, she did, perhaps unknowingly, one of the greatest things that could be done for me. And that was to set me free on my own, to build myself up, to find myself. And I thought, while this was a rash plan, I had no way to return home and release you from that. And so I thought, perhaps I could do the same. They are tried and true in their patterns, and if I were to present something, evidence. If they heard that there was evidence being received from North Belmont, they would likely leap on it and frame you in the same way. I knew Marty would do the same for you as she did for me. And it was a plan to give you your freedom and see the world and the family with your own eyes and a new perspective. A plan to see you freed from your hell. A plan to give you a true chance to make something better for your life and yourself. So you're feeling kind of defensive, like this was her hope, but she knows like it's not like it's like a yay, you know. I had no way of knowing what you do with it. I knew it would be difficult. I also knew it would be a life you made yourself, and it would be something grand if I knew anything of you. I've been waiting, rather eagerly, for this day when you would come to see me, Commonkin. Which, I don't know how much... If you've ever had Tagalog spoken around you and your families, I don't know who else would have that in there. Well, we'll say maybe Fiora, you heard that. That's niece. So she's using it as a little name of affection. Commonkin.
And all right. So does the name Hosk mean anything to you? Is that a name at all that recalls to you?
The name doesn't sound familiar, no.
I'll describe the face we saw when Hosk dropped the illusion.
Okay. That sounds like you kind of recount the different faces like that one. That's very much sounds like the one they let into their ranks, and they can shift form.
From what I don't know if it's magic or if it's an innate ability of theirs. That's what we encountered.
That is the same. Hask is their name then?
What we've come to call them. I don't know if that's their true name or whatever else. If names are interchangeable as their faces.
Oh.
I guess the first thing to say is, well, it's disappointing. I was hoping that all the cruel things were done by a shapeshifter, not by my actual parents, but that proverbial ship has sailed, and...
You never deserve that, in case you haven't had anyone tell you that.
Oh, I've surrounded myself with quite legendary people letting me know that what was done to me was unkind and unwarranted.
Good.
So,
Good.
no need to delve deeper into that.
Understood.
I have some slight critiques on perhaps the methods of which you freed me, but
Yes.
drastic measures, I suppose, needed to be taken. I can imagine that greed was so enticing that my mother betrayed you as well, and for that I'm sorry. That
Thank you. We never really saw eye to eye, your mother and I. A few years older than I, she, well, I guess she just never really took to me. That made it very hard to connect with her. Plus, they definitely had a cruel streak. They were looking to, from everything I heard, information that I was able to gather, they were looking to effectively brainwash you into being the next, put you forth as the next gold-touched, a figurehead that they could puppet. I mean, really, they should have known better. I think their frustration, but your resilience, one of the few good things.
I think we're going to need some time.
Of course.
We can, of course, have the meeting with my companions once they fully rested to perhaps consolidate some information, because I do believe if Hosk is the same one who's been planning machinations with our family's assets and is behind numerous other plans, then it's probably best to consolidate what we know.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, I think that would be the next course of action.
Very well. You, if you would, reaches into her pocket, little tiny buttoned up pocket, opens it up, went directly to it, like she's maybe rehearsed this or is just like, been ready to. Takes out what looks like a kind of a gold doubloon with an interesting print on it. It's a compass on one side, and on the other side, it's has two feathers, like large feathers that sort of wind up with one another. Take this. It's acts as a sending stone. I have the other. Pats the same pouch. I would hope that you'll stay until we can depart where you wish, but just in case anything happens, or in case you don't feel comfortable that you have means of disappearing, I really just wanted you to have that first, and to know that you have an ally, you have family. Your Tia will look out for you.
She said the word! Thank you. Thank you, Tia. I'm trying it out. Don't get used to it.
Of course! Ooh, eyes well with water, of course!
I think I did the same thing. We're just...
The gold sparkles on the cheeks as it gets wet, yeah. Well, please get your
I will.
rest
I will.
and
We
friends
have many
and-
things to do. We're very tired and sunburnt, so we'll be back for the full conversation
Lovely.
later.
Very good, Pamunkian. Just testing it out too.
Go back to the others.
All right, you see Feora like on like a part of like Ladrin's wardrobe, and Ladrin, has got like 5 empty shots in front of her, and the next one is, has a little ghostly flame sitting on top of it, and it's like pitch black in the
Yes.
bottom of the shot glass, and then clear, like whitish, and then clear, and then blue with that ghostly blue flame above it. It's like, right, this one here, that one's, it's smoother than you think with fire. You would think that burns it snuffs out when you drink it. But it gives you really make you lightheaded for a bit, so make sure you're sitting down when you drink it. And, oh, hey, well, welcome back, and...
Hello. Are we free to go to a room to rest, or are we under watch at the moment?
The elven woman that was with him had left and come back. Oh, well, yeah. We've got your rooms. We'll take you right there. You can each have individual rooms, but we also have a room for sort of like a bigger not really a suite. It's just bigger than the others because cargo's on the other side. It's got 3 beds in it. If you want to just share a room too, you feel more comfortable.
We'll just share the room for now. Consolidate space.
All right. Right, and holds up his glass and looks at Ladrin like,
Like, I'm not afraid of fire.
oh, it's good. It's delicious. It's delicious. Has a moment of like a licorice taste. So whether if you like it or don't, you have a little hit of that, but then it goes back to like a nice, refreshing drink. All right, and then they take you down to, you know, it's still a modest cabin, but it is larger than the others. It has 3 beds and then a big dresser. And there you go, take your time. You know, again, understandably, I think there's going to be someone out here. Keep watch. So if you need something, you know, just pop on out. Let us know. We'll get you where you need to go.
Thank you so much for your cooperation. As I just close the door.
Yeah, of course, go.
I'm imagining Fiora's like just like slumped over like Ladrin's shoulder as like
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to lead them
I'll help.
to
Just
Little drool.
put them in bed.
there. Put the blanket over her.
Oh, nice. Wake up a little, Fiora, but then, you know, you're falling back asleep. So you'll have room if you want to chat, but otherwise you can be zonked out.
Yeah. I think I'll definitely share the information that I got. We can discuss it more after. I mean, I could use a rest, and I'm sure once Feor wakes up, we'll have full faculties to be able to discuss all together. But it seems as though this Hosk individual has been very busy across the continent.
Of course. Of course they have. I feel so good right now.
Hey, so you're all getting some sleep?
Yup.
Nice. I'll say plenty of days gone by. You can get sleep. You gotta go and give yourselves full rest. And it's the entire night. Despite using the word constantly with Lily and writing it down properly, I went with the Spanish instead of Tagalog and said Tia. It's Tita.
Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So, I'm very sorry, Lily. That probably went like sideways in one ear and out the other. We're always talking about like your Tita and Tita. Oopsies. So anyway, Tita. Right, nice long rest. Mark yourselves off. And yeah. Morning comes around. You feel pretty refreshed. Food was delicious. You know, drinks were nice, Ladrin. Everyone feels nice and rested. It's morning comes around. What would you all like to do the next day on the Daybreaker?
Tea.
Okay, yeah, you can go to the galley, and you know the elven woman will be out there. Oh, we'll go right this way. Bring Legion to the galley, where you can get tea.
Get
made.
tea? No, I want to make my tea.
I think the chefs there would, you know, they seem to have been given special instructions to really make sure you all feel at home. And I don't think you'd mind
Okay.
you making tea, so they'll definitely let you in the kitchen. Like, oh yeah, sure. Setup's over there. And he's got like, it's not a huge selection, but there's like 14 different trays of leaves, you know, so it's decent.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Sniffing them all, just to find which one she wants to combine together.
Nice. A little. You start putting together your brew. Fiora, you wake
Look.
up nice and rested, and Dia as well.
Mm-hmm. It's gotta be crazy because you guys only need 4 hours of sleep, so it's just like waiting for 4 hours while your friend wakes up.
Read a book.
So, we're not getting thrown off the ship, so that's a bonus. And now
Great.
we have a very powerful illusionist who can change their face, who has, I mean, I'm going to be very humble when I say an almost inexhaustible amount of funds if he's using my family's money. Gross. Captain Lila, has offered to speak with all of us together, perhaps to get some more information. And perhaps we can use their resources to just keep an eye out on the ocean. They have a lot of merchant ships, or I assume. They probably have like one or two. I don't know. But to be on the lookout for tuna. But other than that, I don't know how to begin looking for it. Now knowing that he can pull fucking stars from the sky.
Yeah, I don't need that happening again.
That's a new one. Didn't know anyone could do that. I want to learn how to do that.
Nope, never seen that happen before in my life. It's
So. I don't know where to go from there. But we can always use more information.
information's good. Patterns. Motivation. Why?
Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What more could you do? You can look like anyone. You could be anyone. You pull stars from the... I'm gonna keep talking about that forever because I've never, like you said, Legion, I've never seen that before. But what more
stars.
could you want to do?
Are you that bored?
Right?
Because that's what it sounds like.
That's what it feels.
Very bored. Get a fucking hobby. Teach herbalism,
Basket weaving. Anything.
like a crochet thing. I don't know what they call it in this world, but we're gonna go call it crocheting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Like, you know.
All right. Well, the day carries on. You are on the Daybreaker heading back to North Belmont with an open invitation to sit down and have that chat with the captain. You want to take her up on that today?
Sure, we got nothing else to do unless someone's like, no, they don't want to talk to her.
We can do it today.
Okay.
I'm feisty. I'm feeling very feisty.
Nice. All right. After a nice hearty meal, lunchtime, you make your way to the captain's quarters. She's available, and you're seen in just the three of you and the captain. No guards. They close the door, behind you. Yes. Welcome again. Welcome back, Palanquin. It's good to see you all looking much better. Not the sunburn and crispiness. I hope that you've been feeling welcomed on the ship.
Your crew has been very hospitable.
But please, there's three gorgeous, lush, comfortable chairs on the other side of the table set up for you. Please pull up a seat. Can I pull drinks for any of you as we chat?
Yes.
Wonderful. And she's just gonna pour, something. It's gonna be really, really fancy or really tasty or old or something. Be like, oh, okay. She's trying to do the good stuff for y'all. And
Yeah.
pours a drink over to you. Pours one for her. Oh, yes. Dia has filled me in on much that you've at least been through with the ship on fire. And we've discussed, as you probably know, this creature, Husk. Of course, goes by many other names. I've encountered it too. It's been drawn into, well, our family, you know, a decade and a half ago, I suppose. Um, Makes it was dangerous before, I'm sure. Hearing what it can do with the illusionary work and other magics makes it all the more dangerous. The mass of wealth they must have built um, under the family at this point must be astronomical. But that is to say, I think they need to be stopped. Um, but I'd like to hear more of how you know this task and of what import it is to all of you. I wish to help if I can.
Well, I just now have more personal beef with it because of what they did
Sure.
recently to us.
Sounds
And
frightful.
I believe one of our companions who currently is we got separated. I believe they have some history with them as well. I don't know if it's the same face. This is now becoming increasingly more complicated.
Yeah, I can imagine. What one can do with an unlimited supply of faces and voices and persons. Well, where is that where you heard of this Hask from then? Your compatriot, when you were separated?
Mhm. Now correct me if I'm wrong, DM. As far as we know from Tuna, that Hask was the one that was behind the bombing of Avalon, or at least some connection to that, or am I fully just connecting plot lines that are not real?
Yeah, Hask does not have, as far as you know, anything to do with the bombing of
Okay,
Avalon, but Hask is one of the seven lost gods.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to remember which one he was.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like the patron of shapeshifters.
It makes sense. Okay.
I think I gave you like a little line to go with it. I'll see if I
You
can
gave us
find.
a full list. I just have, was it like
You're fine.
40?
There's a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
uh,
Patron of shape changers often takes the form of a minotaur.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, some of these deserve a little cheek list off of them.
Nice, yeah.
Check.
Forum all set.
Okay. So, yeah, so now that I have that correction, put that on my new page of notes. Uh, I'll say in the dragon chat, I do trust her to tell her the information, and having our own terrain on the ocean could be, or at least someone who knows how to sail the oceans could be quite helpful to have. So I do trust her in that regard. Do we want to tell her about the seven lost gods?
Might as well.
yeah, let's rope more people in.
It is the world at stake, so
Might as well.
I'll give my auntie my tita. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, go to Lil for the Tita, yeah.
Tita.
Tita. Okay. It's not that far from Tanta. Alright.
Yes.
My tita. I will tell her the information that we have on the lost gods, and then I could probably tell her how to contact Aveline and all of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is deep. Well,
It's so much.
ah, all right then. Um, do you mention your great grandmother and all this, or no?
Not yet. That might
Okay.
be enough.
And
We'll
yeah,
talk about that.
yeah. Oh, that's. We must do something. I mean, and if not from Marty's sake alone, for the people of South Belmont, um, or the world as you describe this, if this,
Mm-hmm.
we may need to either find a way to bring about either an assault or find a way to sneak into South Belmont and take care of things. Or bring I don't know if we wish to bring them out to sea if they can destroy a ship.
They can also fly.
Oh, of
Uh,
course. I really need
um,
to learn how to do that.
right? It's
Yes.
become a problem multiple times. Uh, well, I will ask, uh, Feora, do you have any idea of how to like, combat someone like Osk? Magic aside, I'm talking more of his repertoire, disguises, how he operates. Do you have any recommendations?
I mean, not really for the disguises. It feels like they just shift their form. It's not like me putting on my costumes. Um, I don't know.
Oh my god! The thing! The Reaper gave us! The thing that gives us all a massive headache! Just waving my hand.
Nice. Mm.
that could that could help us see him. We
Would
just
that work?
it's true sight. Would that I ooh that I don't know. I don't know if they're fully transforming or if it's illusion. Damn it! Back to square one.
I still need to. I'm still waiting on the. And then she'll pause and like glance back at Diazita
Hmm.
Mhm.
from.
Oh, understood. Understood. All right. Okay. Uh.
Something hopeful?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The jeweler.
Mhm. 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 Oh, okay. Understood. Understood. Um. Yeah. If you pointing back to Matita,
Hmm.
Matita, if you suggest an infiltration of South Belmont, I suppose it's the way to do it. The only other thing I could think of, unfortunately, still involves trying to find information about someone who's very apt at illusion work, would be to go after his assets here in North Belmont. But there's no way to see what, and maybe that could draw him out. But
Oh, I have quite a catalog on any dealings he tries to do in North Belmont.
Mhm.
The people of North Belmont know not to deal with any form that I've seen them in thus far. I
Mhm.
still gets away with it sometimes, but when I track it back to Halcyon Estates, I know that it was him, and that identity is burned as well. I have a great deal of information in his dealings over the past, well, 14 years or so. Perhaps that will be of assistance. And for just because of your skill set, like he was asking about, like all the knowledge of how you work things and stuff. That might actually give you some insight into how this guy operates in a way maybe to get him into a deal or get him, brought somewhere, enticing him with something that's it's just the right amount, like not too good to be true, but a good deal. You might be able to get this guy, like find out what kind of things he wants and needs in a set, that's just your skill set. What to do with him if you get him in the same room with you, that's up to, everybody, but we could continue returning to North Belmont for now, and I could provide you with all of that.
I think that would be a great first step, because... do the two of you agree? Heading back to North Belmont, figuring out a plan to go from there, because I guess I worry luring him, like, if I have full confidence that you could lure him into a trap or a conversation, Feora, but I suppose I don't know if we're equipped to deal with him right away. If we need to do some research, go back to the library, see what it is he can do. I don't know.
Yeah.
That, and I definitely don't want to fight a god without our healer.
Yeah, I can barely do any healing spells.
Okay.
They're not that great.
We'll do some level grind.
Nice, nice. There's always
Also,
Good.
if we go back to North Belmont, there's also the issue of the people.
Right.
after us.
Oh god, there's so many things.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I was like, yay, the pirates aren't after us. That was the least of our problems.
There's someone
For
in North
half of
Belmont
us.
after you. If they're under my employ, I'll make them cease and desist.
They might. I mean,
Do you
Looking over
employ werewolf hunters?
that use
Does a
silver
quick
shaving.
scan of all? Yeah.
That use silver shavings and the ink of their newspaper pamphlets?
No, those not under my employ.
Well, that's a shame, because that would have been very helpful.
But I can assist.
dear.
I'll make sure they're cleared out of the city at least.
Oh, if you can do that, that'd be wonderful.
Certainly. Well, we'll
Fantastic.
track them down. Tell us where you encountered them, and do we need to make sure that you're all safe from, like, just trying to find a way to ask werewolves?
How do you ask if someone's a
Yeah.
werewolf?
Are you concerned they'll be chasing you? Or your compatriot? Both? Are you a
I
werewolf?
do know that they were located in the northern part of town in a very dark corridor under a basement of some kind of a building in a sewer that had like 7 or 8 minutes of travel time to get from the basement section where they entered in, and there was a door, and then there was a bunch of monster hunting equipment, and I'm just really concerned for that city.
Well, we can do a sweep of the tunnels. The northern section of town.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's return to the city. We'll clear the streets of those that with the flyers, and I'll show you some of the maps and works of the tunnels. And he gestures just to you, Ladrin, because I don't think she knows your name. And you can let us know if any of them look familiar. We can pinpoint, perhaps, where the armory is. Clear them out of the city.
Okay.
Well, take full advantage of every courtesy on the ship. we'll have 14 to 13, about a week and a half until we return back to the city. We will be looking for any, your compatriot and any others from your ship if you wish to see if there are any other survivors along the way. But we'll keep a full pace back to the city. You mentioned a library. If you're looking for something that old, there's Stonemaier.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I meant. I should have said like the library city to be more specific. I don't know, just for information, because I have no idea what we're dealing
That
with.
would be the place to look. Although I hear they're experiencing some terrible flooding, so be cautious.
Yep. I mean, yep.
Very well. Listen, if it's all right, I don't want to do this too early. But I'd love to have some celebration for a reunion or a first time meeting of sorts. But if you feel comfortable with it, Farmakeen.
I would like a small, tasteful get-together with raucous music and hard liquor.
Wonderful. We share tastes. Excellent. Very well. Thank you all you're doing for the world. And thank you too for all you've done and are doing, my Farmakeen. I'd love to get to know your names. Just listen to Legion and Fiora.
Right, I never just...
She'll put a hand out to Ladrin. You are
Ladrin.
lovely. And Ladrin, are you a werewolf? It's quite fine if you are. I'm just so curious now.
Tita, you can't just ask someone if they're a werewolf.
I know it's poor manners, but yeah, I know. You're right. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. And you, it's over to Fiora.
Oh yeah.
Feora McDoigan.
A pleasure.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Doigan lives.
Doigan. I did not give a last name, by the way.
Nice. Well, welcome aboard the Daybreaker. Let us have an expedient trip back to North Belmont. We can see what we can learn between the information I have and maybe find a quick way to get you over to Stonemaier. I'm sure I can have one of the local wizards to teleport you out at least, if you wish.
Yes.
Yes. We'll get to the bottom of this, and I'm here to help how I can with these lost gods and otherwise. Yeah, and so she'll pour another drink for Ladrin, and now I'd love to hear any embarrassing stories you have of Dia. And like just jokingly, Dia, and the camera zooms out of the back of the boat, out of the window, and as you go sailing on your way back to North Belmont, we'll wrap up the session there for tonight. Yay!
We survived.
We survived!
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Making like a full list of like how many like plot threads there are and who is possibly behind it. We are so busy.
Yes. You all are. Awesome. Alright, let me, I think I'm just gonna wrap. I don't have anyone to raid tonight. So, thank you, players, for being so incredible. Love your RP and everything you do. Plus, you're just amazing people. And thank you, viewers, for hanging out with us. Always so fun to chat and hang out. If you had fun, consider giving us a follow. You can be alerted when we go live. You can catch us every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. to midnight here for Sundered Fates, our high fantasy, high drama campaign. And be sure to tune in not this Friday, that's session 0, it's secret. But next Friday, starting next Friday, we'll have session 1, 9 p.m. to midnight of Providence. The other campaign set in this world on a different continent. Look forward to it. Yay!
I'm excited.
Yeah, hope you all have a lovely night, and we'll catch you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.